ever seen up the ass end of a baler, which I think you have, that's all it does, go back and forth. I just filled the grease gun up. This is an automatic grease gun. She runs continuously, shuts off for 5 minutes, and then comes back on again, runs for 30. So now I guess we're just about ready to get rolling here. Oh, you hear the air go? That was the air blowing off. The air up top, it was blowing off. So yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to go. I see something. This is running nice and true. I just want to thank Messick's for getting this thing back to me and on here on a Saturday so I can bale today. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Oh man. So somewhere along the line there was a mishap with the power takeoff shaft. We're not sure how it happened or what happened, but Messick's came to the rescue and they got me a new power takeoff shaft so I can bale hay on this beautiful day. I'm going to show that. Yeah, it's gorgeous. The problem with it being gorgeous now was at 5 o'clock this morning, it was not gorgeous. It was raining. We got a little over 2/10 of an inch of rain from 5 o'clock till, say, 9:30 this morning. And I have 2 hay tedders rolling out in the fields right now. Cody's on one, Tim is on the other. Cody's on the old coon, and Tim is on the Peckway. And we're getting this job, this hay dried out. Now Dad, he started to, gotta love her. So now I'm able to get this project going, and we might as well show that beautiful piece of equipment as it's coming up across the yard there. Now we're gonna go down and see if that hay is dry. So me and Teresa are gonna hop on the quad and take off down to see if the hay is dry. And then that's that. But yeah, everything's good. Our takeoff should work perfectly fine. And the 8530 is going to be punching out bales here shortly, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to put this on a tripod after we're done. Okay. All right, so one half a dozen of the other. It ain't ready yet. So he's going to keep braking. Okay, me and Teresa just set up the camera and we're going to get this field of hay baled. Now this field of hay is on a hill. On the back side that you cannot see, there is a substantial hill. If you go with the mower and make the corner too fast, it'll dig a hole because it is pretty steep. So you got to be really careful the way you mow it, and you really have to be quite careful the way you bale it, because when you go around a corner, if you go too fast, it will actually slide the tractor. If you look up above there, below the dairy barn, you'll see that my father is going back and forth with the hay rake. I will have to say that the 8530 ran the Krone baler as though it wasn't even back there. You couldn't tell the difference. And later in the day, it was quite evident that we weren't even tired. I had Teresa with me all day. We baled the whole farm. We baled 214 bales, which was somewhere around 50, a little over 50 more than I would normally bale on this farm. So that'll tell you the amount of hay that we've actually gotten off the farm. It's actually pretty good. So anyways, with an added 50 bales on 60 acres, that's quite a boost. I mean, that's like more than 7/10 of a bale per acre, I would say. Yeah, 7 or 8 tenths more hay, or 7 or 8 tenths. I don't even want to call it tenths, but percentage-wise, it could be a quarter more, or maybe even a fifth more, something like that. But anyways, the baler worked great. Did have a little problem later in the day. At dark, of course, the dew set on pretty quickly because of because it was so damp earlier in the video, you heard me say that it had been raining at 5 o'clock in the morning. But if you look at the trees, you'll see that they're blowing pretty good, and it was drying stuff out pretty good. But I had a wrap on the upper auger, which snapped a chain, a number 60H chain that was made right here in the United States of America. So it was a pretty severe slug on that upper auger. Timothy cut it off with his knife, and I guess I was under there too. It took two of us to do it. I fixed the chain, and then we ratcheted it on through. So it worked out pretty well. I broke a bale. That's where Teresa's getting out right now. I gave her my knife, and she's going to walk up across the field and cut the strings that hadn't broke off, and she'll pull them out. And Timothy's going to come down with a 7410, and he's going to spread it out. Yes, the 7410 is back in action. The cost to repair the tractor, the fuel tank was $250. I got that from Wanger's out in Myerstown, Pennsylvania. I went and picked it up. So I got that tank for that much money. The radiator was a little over $900. I haven't had to put it in. The leak, or the antifreeze leak, went away. It healed itself. But I bought the radiator anyway because I didn't want to have that issue. I didn't want to hear that this thing is blown up and there's antifreeze everywhere and it's overheating and we got a destroyed tractor. So I bought it anyway, and I'm going to put it in. What else was I going to say about this? So all in all, the 8530, like I was saying, it runs a baler like nothing, but I do have a slight complaint about it, and that is it is drinking fuel at a phenomenal rate. The 8120 was not exactly the most fuel-efficient tractor on the baler. I always felt that the 4960 ran the New Holland baler more efficient than anything, but the New Holland baler didn't take much power to turn. The 8530 actually has a fuel meter on it as to how many gallons an hour it's burning. And on the flat, it was somewhere between 7 and 10 gallons an hour, which, not too bad. But when you're pulling a hill, I saw that thing hit 18 gallons an hour. And it was pretty consistent at 18 gallons an hour when I was pulling a hill. So somewhere's in there. It's going to be around 12 gallons an hour. So at a 130-gallon fuel tank, it's going to be a 10-hour day, and I'm going to be looking for fuel. Actually, let's say it's a 13-hour day, and I'm looking for fuel. I'll be out of fuel. And that never happened before. With the 8120 and the New Holland balers, I could run for 3-4 days on a tank of fuel. With the Chrome baler last year, I would fuel it up every day, but it was just I think it was a little over 100-gallon tank. So it wasn't any big deal. But this pig, it's going to take a lot of fuel. Comfort and ride is awesome with this tractor. I mean, don't get me wrong. That active seat is awesome. The front suspension is awesome. I was not tired at all after running this tractor and baler rig. So anyways, thanks for watching. You can please comment, rate, and subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button below. I'm still looking for that $100,000 mark. Yeah, right. The 100,000 subscriber mark, and you can only help me with this. I can't force you to do it, but a little help would be appreciated. Thank you very much, and see you later.